peace. I have a perspective. And it's about, I fear no evil because evil does not live within me. And I'm going to relate this to not conforming to other people's thoughts because of disagreeing. And I take this as like, there are evils around us which are like in a form of fear, in a form of judgment, etc., etc. But like, do you ever think if it's okay to discern and be open to look at other person's perspectives, but when you start judging them and condemning them in a way because they didn't make that same decision as you, do you see, like, for the person that's getting judged because they have a difference of opinion or perspective, whatever, that if you stand strong in the injustice and in your perspective and your intuition and your gut, that even though you got all these like swords thrown at you, you stand strong. It's like a test because it's like evil trying to penetrate you by making you fearful and changing your mind because you got everyone against you or a person or, you know, like not being your true authentic self. I mean, it's okay to change if you feel guided or if someone expresses something and you're like open to see a different way. It doesn't even make you a hypocrite. It's like, oh shit, okay, now I see it from a different way, thank you. But when you're getting talked at and not instead of talked to, how would you? You know? And in the sense of I fear no evil because evil does not live within me, that to me relates so much because throughout life we dim our light to make other people feel good. And evil does exist, but it doesn't have to penetrate us or be part of us as long as we stand on our light and our ground and in our power. And that's how evil will not live within us. Now, if we give in to that temptation or to the judgments of other people when we don't want to, but it's like a peer pressure, then that's giving in to the evil because that's fear. Fear isn't always a state of evil, but in that case it is because you're dimming your light to make someone else feel better about themselves or their opinion. Because most of the time, we should agree to disagree. What's right for one person isn't right for other. Not everyone likes chocolate cake. Does that make them wrong? Does that make them right? I mean, especially in the world right now, it's ridiculous. And when a lot of people are trying to make someone look some sort of way, like set an example, I hope that person stands strong in their faith and their belief and in their power and their injustice and knows that they might be in the midst of like all these swords being thrown at them, but once they stand strong, no matter what, good will triumph the evil because they got to stand true to your faith. You know, sometimes you got to stand alone or you're made to look some sort of way because everyone else is fearful because we're all original. We're all our own person. We all have our own right of freedom to speech, to think. I don't know. But if you give in because someone suggests it's better and then tells you how to think, then you're giving in to evil. Then evil does live within you because you can't listen to yourself. I feel. I mean, I can't speak for anyone because of perspective, but I believe there's differences of learning in a shadow way and getting rid of stuff. But when you are constantly giving in to what other people are telling you to be and how to think, that's evil. And that's giving in to evil yourself because you're not being your true authentic self. And I just hope for anyone that feels like an outcast or outcasted or alone because they're standing up for what feels right for them, I hope they have all the strength in the world to just to be their true self because it's a test.